Barry, you know how it's being set up. It's Kansas City's grinded out offense, guys who rarely strike out against this young New York Mets pitching staff who strikes out everybody. Who's got the edge in this matchup?
I just think the Mets pitching is so deep. They've got the edge in the matchup. But I just don't like Kansas City's frontline pitching against the Mets this year.
Barry, let me take the other side with you. You know, I have as much appreciation for what you're saying in regard to the Mets and the denominator, as I've been calling him, and what they've got. But with Kansas City's bullpen, doesn't that have a chance of canceling it out? That if you can get out of your starters 4 or 5 innings and get into the bullpen, that the advantage kind of shifts a little bit to the Royals?
Well, you know, really not so much when, you know, DeGrom and Syndergaard and Harvey. Mets didn't get you deep in, but most of them get you deep into the game. So they're at the point here where if they get to the seventh inning, they've already used Familia for a 6-out save against the Dodgers. So they don't need much bridge relief pitching. And, you know, that's the point. I mean, as you saw with the Blue Jays in the games that they won, they were able to get to their starters, to the Kansas City starters a little early. And really, the Mets did that against the Cubs. Even against Arrieta, they put up runs early and then just held on for the rest of the game. So, I mean, I agree to a certain extent. The Mets have to put up some runs early because you don't want to get to Wade Davis as good as he is. But, you know, the bullpen's not as good as it was last year, you know, with their closer from last year having gone out with an injury this year.
It's interesting you brought up what you said about getting to the other team early. I brought that up with Ferguson Jenkins the other day, and he basically called me a fool. He said, of course that's what you want to do is score runs early. Like, yeah, well, yeah, as opposed to, I'd like to score runs early and late.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure any team wants to score runs in every game.
Yeah, but again, let me try and make a case for Kansas City, and I picked Kansas City to win the World Series. So I guess I'm still trying to make a case that who has the advantage? Who has the advantage from a managerial standpoint, or is that going to make any difference whatsoever, whether it's Terry or Ned in this series?
You know, I don't think anyone has the advantage. I think Terry and Ned are both good, longtime veteran managers. They have great support staff up above them and below them in the coaching ranks, and you know, in the executive offices. They're all on the same page with each other, which is so important when you get to this time of year. And as Tony La Russa always said, you can't get here and you can't win without everybody from the owner down to the equipment manager basically pulling together. So I've been very impressed. You know, I've known Ned for a long time. I've been very impressed with the job he's done with this team. I've watched Collins a lot, particularly this year, because I've done a lot of the Mets this year. And with the situation he's had with juggling the pitching staff and the innings count, the pitch counts, and all the controversy that goes along with it, you know, he's kept what could have been a dynamite situation and turned it into more of a dynamic situation. So I have very high props to Terry. I think both of them will do well.